We got one Florida mom charging her 7-year-old rent and charging for bills. And she's doing it in the name of education. But there are a lot of people that are thinking this is just way over the top.
Yeah, so again, 7 years old. One mom is making sure her kid is ready for the real world. A big debate is currently going on online after a mom who goes by the handle @CraftedandCrazy on TikTok recently revealed she expects her kid to fork over cash for rent and bills at the end of every month. The mom broke it down for viewers who wanted to know where the heck a 7-year-old would even get money from to pay. She explained he has a daily task list that he must complete on a daily basis. Should he complete everything on his task list, he gets $1 per day. At the end of the month, he realizes he has bills to pay. He pays those bills to me. He has rent, he has electricity for his room, and he also has internet for his iPad. The mom says that she doesn't take all his hard-earned little bill money and keep it for herself, but she actually puts it all back into a savings account for him. I don't do anything with his money except for put it right back in his savings account. It has taught him the value of $1 and responsibility. I am so pleased with the results. Hopefully it's something that can help you out as well.
So parents, if you're listening this early, you want to get in on this, 1-855-BERT show. And what's the pushback? That it's a 7-year-old?
It's a 7-year-old. And my thing when I read this, and I mean, I got a 6-month-old, and for the record, I'm not charging him rent. I'm not charging him.
What would you charge him for the boobs?
Right?
Get him started.
Wow,
Yes.
for breastfeeding? Whoa, you can't afford these, son.
That's top shelf, sir. You want a double, you're going to pay for it. Introduce him to capitalism.
So not charging Jimmy anything yet. And I'm all about teaching and education and getting our kids ready for the world. But at 7 years old, teaching them these lessons, let a kid be a kid. Like, what's the fun in adulting? It's not. Adulting sucks. Mm-hmm. So why don't we let kids be kids for as long as they can? And like this type of exercise, maybe when he's in middle school, you know what I mean? Something that like you're a little bit older, but at 7 years old, you're not even in double digits yet.
I don't hate this idea.
Oh, I
don't hate this idea at all. Now, I got a 7-year-old in my house right now. So,
She shops at the $5 and below store. She's a coupon queen.
Yeah.
Leave her alone.
Yeah.
Her
She's
mom
doing fine.
She's already figured this life out.
Has taught her the value of Dollar Tree and Five Below, for sure. But I don't hate this. I mean, you're really talking about pennies here. You're not talking about dollars. You're talking about pennies, and you're really talking more about a lesson than anything else. For a 7-year-old, I mean, for Eliza, I wouldn't hate this. I really wouldn't.
What do you do if the daily tasks don't get done and they don't have enough for rent and bills?
Well, then they have to sleep in the backyard.
Yeah, here's a tent.
Or in the garage.
Here's a tent.
I don't know. Maybe, that is extreme, but as far as like the electronics, like quote unquote renting out your electronics every single day, that might be one thing, but I don't know about,
I don't know. There's just we're adults for so long, and the responsibility of burden, and the burden of being an adult. Like, let them just enjoy not having to be an adult right now.
They had their first 6 years to enjoy life.
Yeah.
Wow. No.
Okay.
They're 7.
He has the rest of his life to adult. And if she's going to make this the real world, the first thing he should do is ask for a raise, because that ain't even minimum wage in the real world. So
It's an entry-level position.
yeah, if this is what we're doing.
Cats are soft. When I was 6, I was working the front line of Taco Bell.
You were not.
I couldn't even see over the register. Just hands.
I want him to have to pay bills because I'm bitter. Because, I basically had to do that. You're let kids be a kid. I didn't get to. So make him pay bills. Introduce him to capitalism. He needs to see the real world. That's how it was for me. So I'm a little bitter. And I wish I was just like Bert, where it's yeah, do it.
Just do it.
I'm evil.
No, because Blueprint Bert and Real Life Bert have been two totally different things.
You would never charge Eliza rent.
Only because Tiffany would let Ashley, good morning. You're on the Bert Show. Hi.
Hey, good morning. I don't know what her whole plan is as far as, how much money she makes him put back towards the rent, the bills, all that. I think it's a great idea if she's letting him have a couple, dollars here and there. So if they're out in stores, he understands he can spend here, but at the end of the month, you do have to, pay some bills and that kind of thing. I think it does give them a value of $1. And I think it's a great idea.
I think Kristen is only arguing that maybe 7 is too young. What do you think of the age?
So when I was a kid, honestly, my mom had the idea of kids should be kids and all that, and I was always begging for chores. I made my own chore list. I did my own thing. I didn't get money for it because it wasn't my parents' idea. But, like, I was one of those kids that I was motivated by that kind of stuff. So I think I just look at it differently because I didn't have those chore lists. It was the opposite for me. So I don't disagree with the age.
Appreciate
you
your
are a unicorn then if you were a kid begging for chores.
Give me chores, please.
That is different.
Teacher, you forgot our homework.
There
I
are
think she
some
was
kids
lying.
that love that. There really are, man.
I mean, I enjoyed the process. So, like, we had a whole, sheet on our fridge.
Oh, like a
Chore
chart.
chart.
Yeah, chore chart, and then you would have your allowance and what you got, and it was like $3 to $5 like a week, and I had to do all the dusting. My sister did that. Like, we all had our different chores. You would mark on there when you'd done it, and then you had to pay your bills and your rent and everything, and then you could buy a soda pop and you could unlock the fridge and get a soda. And I was like, everything was paid for, but my mom put everything in a savings account, so I knew that I was investing in my future at the same time. And that was at 7 years old. And I think it was smart for me because now I'm so stingy with money. I'm so tight with money. I'm so careful with money.
How much did you spend on a hat?
Don't talk about that. We don't talk about that hat anymore. That was a one-time situation.
How much was that one-time
It
situation?
was $400 with free shipping.
Free shipping.
Fancy.
Oh, okay.
How much was your hairdryer that you bought?
Don't talk. That was a GoFundMe. Was donated. That expensive hairdryer. You shush.
You have caught Bert's disease of rewriting history.
The Bert Show.